drive, there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the New Orleans Saints. Two teams more than ready to get this one started, and we are underway from the Superdome. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Goff now looking to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Now a handoff looking right. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense for the Saints, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff, he's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. 39-yard line. Kamara try the right side. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
The Saints had 10 and 6 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And last week was a bit of a nail-biter, a 3-point victory, but it's also the kind of game that reveals a team's true character. They fought all the way and came out victorious.
Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. Looking to throw. Cowan completing it to the right side. Johnson. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson from 8 yards out. And the Saints respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Lutz with the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Now on 2nd and 13. Goff. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Frank Clark drops him for a loss of 10. And it's going to be 4th and long. Here's Jack Fox now.
Jalen Waddle deep to return it.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. That last drive was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Back to throw. Cowan. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Now a first down throw, gone. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's gone. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
And taken down just shy of the 40.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
From the 39, Goff. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man complete. A big play there for Detroit. 52 yards.
First and goal, Detroit.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
And his kick is good. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
So what a turnaround there. A roughing call on the field goal try leads to 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. To throw is Goff. Toward the pylon, caught. And in for the Lions, touchdown.
Jameson Williams.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Lions go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Fair catch. Made over 25-yard line. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Cowan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Goff. Complete to right. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
The Lions on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun. Goff. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the first down to go along with it.
And the Lions first down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Goff on third down. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there.
With his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Fair catch. Made at the 21-yard line. The Saints take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Complete to Alvin Kamara. That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 11.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Cowan. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Blake Gillikin on the punt now on 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That's taken inside his own 40. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Goff. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And this drive was almost over before it began, thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion, one more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown.
Jamison Williams
with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game.
And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Lions 28, Saints 7. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
Final 24 seconds of the first half as they come up here first and 10.
19 tight. 19 tight. Let's go.
Throwing to start the drive. Cowan. Now the ball comes loose, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. The extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half.
Saints 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. On the return, Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
On the return, the Saints take over first down 10 at their own 22.
The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number one. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6. Back to throw. Cowan. Quick completion. And oh, he coughed it up. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S, ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you get defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on second and 12. Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
5 yards on the play. And it's third down.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Goff now looks to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's got room. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints 7-yard line.
95 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
He had his eyes on the end zone once he hit the secondary, but they're finally able to slow him down.
Yeah, and I've got to look at this one from the defensive point of view. You just mentioned finally able to slow him down. They've got to figure out a way to make that at the point of attack, at the line of scrimmage, because once he gets through, he's shredding them.
To Williams on a jet sweep. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. And that sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you come around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Lions have taken a 5-touchdown lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
42, Saints 7. Jack Fox to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Saints take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
It's now 3rd down.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Here comes the Saints punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Six yards left on 2nd down.
14.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. 127 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 17-yard line.
Here we go.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, New Orleans. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Saints are able to claw one back.
Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays were just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
I know this game's winding down and people are getting tired, and that's when you really want a big body guy running the football. But I have to tell you, watching him run it, I wonder why they don't use it more earlier in the game.
Yeah, those bigger guys here late in the game, you're trying to protect the lead, usually not as fumble prone either.
No, that is so true because they are taught. Take care of the ball as you surge forward, and you often see them with both hands wrapped around it when they go through the line.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Inside handoff, Penny. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a short gain here down to the 22.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
The offense on 3rd down, 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw, gone. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Lightning speed that time from the corner. Marshawn Lattimore getting the sack. Now the Lions, they send out the field goal unit here. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, no field goal attempts for him until the final quarter, but no hesitation on his end. He comes right out and nails his first field goal try.
And give him a lot of credit, too, because he stood there the entire ball game and has managed to stay with it both mentally and physically. When they called on him, he was ready, and he knocked it through the posts.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And under the Lions' pressure. pressure. He's brought down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking to throw. Cowan. And this is caught. It's Brown. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
A pickup of 18 yards.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
18, pioneer.
From the gun on 3rd down. Cowan. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll look to throw again. And this is incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Towards the end zone for Brown. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Throw left side complete to Troutman. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Back to throw again. It's complete to Brown, right side.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
17 yards on the play.
So 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive, and now they face a 3rd and 3 here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Johnson's got it complete.
And he is going to have a Saints 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st and 10, Cowan. Man open left side is Brown. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
19 White.
Operating from the gun, Cowan. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Lions are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
CD, this defense, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Malik McDowell there to make the tackle.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
And they will take a knee here.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Lions,
it's one more win to finish the season as they wrap up with a sterling 15-2 record.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for New Orleans,
the loss means they'll finish up the regular season at 10-7.
And it's going to be finger-crossing time as we await the final shakedown of this year's playoff picture.